Going on, everybody? It's your boy, that Pens fan 412, and I'm coming back at you with another Penguins loss. That's right. Yeah, I'm not even gonna play. This is one of those L's where it's just like another L, another L, an even worse L. Like at least the Winter Classic was like competitive. This L was just what is going on. Well, I'll tell you what's going on. First things first, Tristan Jarry's hurt, so we brought up Dustin Tokarski, and Dustin Tokarski has one of the coolest last names in all of hockey ever. So, eventually I hope he gets to start so that for an entire video I can talk about Dustin Tokarski. But for now, he's just sitting on the bench. Casey DeSmith is in net for us, and then they've got Aiden Hill in net for the Vegas Golden Knights. A couple things going into this game. Sidney Crosby was named once again as an All-Star. Kind of getting used to that, right? That's a every year thing now. I mean, he's Sidney Crosby, of course, he's an All-Star. Um, yeah, all the players wore the initials of Chris Letang's father on their helmets going out for warm-up, and I believe for the game as well. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. And that's pretty nice. That's pretty awesome. Very strong show of support for a guy who's literally hasn't been able to catch a break all season, at all. And speaking of not catching a break, because a minute and 52 seconds into the first period, our good buddy, our good friend, two-time Stanley Cup champion Phil Kessel decides that he's going to get the puck off of Cotter, and he's just going to wrist it into the back of the net on a shot. I want to point this out for a second. So Phil Kessel's goal is on a shot which, in all honesty, with all due respect to Phil Kessel and his goal-scoring prowess, he could never do as a Penguin, and he always complained about it because he just didn't have the accuracy for that kind of shot. But somehow, playing against Pittsburgh, the team that he always complained about getting that opportunity and failing on it, he puts it in the back of the net. And it's 1-0 Vegas in 2 minutes into the game. Yeah. Thanks, Phil. Thanks, buddy. Great on you, Phil. Which we actually see another opportunity later on in the game, but it doesn't really fizzle into anything because it was a 1T to Phil, and he's even worse on one-timers because his stick's not made for one-timers or something. But he doesn't even take the one-timer. The other guy, Cotter, shoots it. But yeah, no, 3 minutes after that, Riley Smith gets the puck over to Nicholas Roy, and Nicholas Roy gets the puck over to Jack Eichel, who is just allowed to walk into our zone by himself, and Jack Eichel, being Jack Eichel, coming back from whatever injury it is this time. Yeah, no, he rifles into the back of the net because it's Jack Eichel, and he's by himself, and, the commentators, Ruda just couldn't get back there fast enough. Ruda should have been on him from the start because it's Jack Eichel. But hey, I don't know anything. But this guy's a second round draft pick behind literally only Connor McDavid. So, you would think just by some miracle itself, somebody would be watching that guy, but nobody was watching that guy. So he puts it into the back of the net, and it's 2-0 Vegas. But wait, there's more, because 5 minutes after that, Vegas is on the power play, and Jack Eichel has the puck. Oh, no. And Jack Eichel is actually kind of being covered for once because we realized, oh, wait, it's Jack Eichel. But then he gets the puck over to Mark Stone. And then Mark Stone gets the puck over to Chandler Stevenson. And Chandler Stevenson puts it into the back of the net. And it's 3-0 Vegas. And then I start to realize the amount of depth that Vegas has because these are all pretty decent names that I've heard of from past achievements. And I'm thinking to myself, why haven't they been as successful as they should be? They got so many people. You got Phil Kessel on your third line. Seriously. The man took the number 8. He's on the third line. He's only got 7 goals. He was the number 1 goal scorer for the Arizona Coyotes last year. He's got 7 goals on a team where he's on the third line because there are people better than him on the first 2. Think about that. Think about that for a hot second. Think about that. Now, luckily, that was the end of the first period, and we roll into the second. But it just doesn't stop because Jack Eichel once again has the puck, and Jack Eichel gets the puck over to McNabb, and McNabb puts it onto the net ever so gracefully. And there's Mark Stone, and Mark Stone's standing there, and he's like, you know what? Thank you. Thank you, McNabb. I will put this into the back of the net for you. And he deflects it, and it goes in the back of the net. And now it's 4-0 Vegas in the second period, right at the end of the second period. They went the whole second period. Nobody scored. The last 10 seconds. Can I tell you something? I can't say this on this channel, but the words that Casey DeSmith, he was audibly talking to himself after this goal. You could see his helmet was moving. He was moving his mouth so much as he's guzzling down water, like trying to keep his composure. This man was so angry when that goal went in. You could see explicit content just screaming out of that man's mask as he's just cussing himself out with 10 seconds left in the second period, giving up a goal. Yeah. Rolling into the third period, and the Penguins are not going to be discouraged. They're going to keep trying, and 4 minutes into the third, Sidney Crosby gets the puck over to Jake Gensel, and Jake Gensel gets the puck over to Ty Smith, who puts it in the back of the net for his first official goal as a Pittsburgh Penguin. Ty Smith, the trade acquisition when we gave John Marino up to the New Jersey Devils. Ty Smith puts it in the back of the net pretty nicely. It was a really good shot. This guy's, it's almost like he's an offensive-minded defenseman who knows what he's doing. And he was in the minors for the most of the season. Think about that. The only reason we scored that goal is because a lot of our defensemen are hurt. But it doesn't matter because Vegas, about, 8 minutes later, Carlson gets the puck over to Kessel, and Kessel gets the puck over to Cotter, and Cotter puts the puck into the back of the net. 5-1 Vegas. Vegas is like, yeah, I don't think we're losing tonight. And that hurt. It hurt. It really hurt. And 6 minutes later, 6.5 minutes later, Gensel gets the puck to Raquel. Raquel gets a shot on the net, and Crosby standing there, and Crosby puts it into the back of the net for his 20th goal this season. This is 7 consecutive years that Sidney Crosby has scored 20 goals, at least. That's not 1, that's not 2, that's not 3, that's not 4, no, that's not 5, that's not 6, that's 7! 7 years. 20 goals at the very least with Sidney Crosby. Something that we should expect from this man, but it's still pretty dang good to see him do it in a game that started at 10 o'clock at night. And the game ends. It's 5-2. Vegas wins. Penguins lose. Everybody just hangs their head in Pittsburgh because they stayed up that late for that. Well, let's roll into the stars here. Let's go. First star of the game, no figure, is Jack Eichel. You let him by himself. Of all the people to do that, you let him, Jack Eichel, by himself. Aiden Hill is the second star. He had some beautiful saves in this game. We'll give him full credit. And then just to add insult to injury, the third star of the game was the hot dog master himself, Phil Kessel, who had a goal and an assist. So he earned it. But just come on, Phil. Why? Shots on goal in Pittsburgh's favor, 40-31. The faceoff percentage in Vegas's favor, 51.6 to 48.4. Vegas scored on their only power play of the game. We didn't score on 3. We had 4 less penalty minutes than them with a 2-6 ratio. We had 34 to their 24 hits. They had 23 to 12 block shots. We had less giveaways for the first time in what seems like forever, with 5 to 6. It was a tight race on giveaways. And we had 15 to 13 takeaways. But hey, that's it. This has been that Pens fan 412, and I want to thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you disliked the video, give it a dislike. If you think Phil Kessel is still Phil Kessel, and man, is he Phil Kessel, give it a like. Rumor has it, the more likes this video gets, the more hot dogs Phil Kessel has to eat before the next game. So let's go ahead and bump them numbers up. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Again, I want to elaborate on this. Subscribing is free. It takes 5 seconds. You just press the little subscribe button. You can ring that notification bell icon, whatever it's called, whatever you want to call it. Subscribe up. If you come back and you watch these videos, I mean, I'm still averaging like 20 plus views a video at this point, right? I mean, it's pretty nice for somebody who had no idea how this is going to work. There's got to be some return people. I know. I can see. I'm looking at you, Steve. I'm looking at you, Billy. You too, Carl. You're not subscribed. You're watching. You're not subscribed. Hit that button. Trent. Help a brother out. Let's bump the channel up together. The only way we know how, and that's by subscribing. Again, I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the future. Peace out, everybody.